In this video, we will explore what gives money and cryptocurrencies their value, and how they are different from one another. Before we start, it's important to point out that value in the context of this discussion refers to what creates a demand for something, so that it is used in the way the creators of it desire. When we think about money, we often think about it in its physical form, like the US dollar bill or the British pound, but we don't necessarily think about where it gets its value from. For many years, economists known as metallicists put forth that the value of money is derived from the purchasing power of the commodity upon which it is based. Another way of saying this is, money's value comes intrinsically, or from the material in which it is made from. This theory was especially popular back when coins were still made of gold, silver, and other precious metals. Fast forward a couple of hundred years, and money was no longer being made from these metals, but instead out of paper and less valuable metals. While this was a big change, gold standards in which money could be traded in for gold made many believe that the value of money was still based intrinsically. Then, in 1971, the US completely removed the link between gold and money, making it into fiat money, or money that can't be converted into any commodity. However, in recent times, a new economic approach known as modern monetary theory, or MMT for short, puts forth something entirely different. Advocates for MMT believe that it is taxes that creates a demand for people to hold money and likewise give it value. In fact, if you look at a piece of money close enough, it will often say something about it being able to be used for legal tender. For instance, on the US $1 bill it says, "This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private." Because everyone is obligated to pay taxes, they need money, and because everyone needs money, they are willing to accept it in exchange for their goods and services. Some advocates for MMT also believe that because money is so universally accepted and has such a large network of people using it, that we actually don't need taxes anymore to keep demand for money. But don't get your hopes up. It doesn't look like governments plan on stopping taxes anytime soon. So if taxes give money its value, at least initially, then what gives cryptocurrencies their value? Currently, there are 4 factors that people believe give cryptocurrencies their value. The first is traceability. Due to the technology that cryptocurrencies are built on, they can allow users to remain completely anonymous and perform transactions without a trace. It is for this reason that they are used in specific types of transactions, often on the dark web, where people would rather not have their identities known. This creates a demand by people who want to remain anonymous. The second is partnerships. When large companies accept cryptocurrencies, they further legitimize it. This creates demand by some consumers to hold and value cryptocurrencies as they can use it to pay at these businesses. In recent times, companies like Expedia, AT&T, and even Microsoft have begun to accept payment in Bitcoin. The amount of companies subject to accept cryptocurrencies as payment is predicted to increase as more people begin to demand and hold cryptocurrencies in the future. The third is incentives. Some people buy and use cryptocurrencies because of their incentives. These incentives are not had by every type of cryptocurrency and can often vary. The most common types of incentives are reward programs or airdrops. Reward programs function in a similar way to some credit cards. Cryptocurrency ZTX does this by offering users a 5% bonus in ZTX every purchase they make from an in-network merchant. Airdrops, on the other hand, are fixed amounts of cryptocurrencies that are given to people who help run transactions on the blockchain and/or make the network better in some way. The last and perhaps largest creator of demand for cryptocurrencies stems from speculation. Many people buy cryptocurrencies not intending to spend them at all, but rather to hold them in anticipation that they will appreciate. This is precisely the reason why so many people purchased the popular cryptocurrency Bitcoin in 2017. People saw the prices start to increase and they believed that the price would continue to increase. So, they decided to purchase it with the hopes that one day they could sell their Bitcoin for a large profit. This is similar to how people buy and sell stocks in a long strategy. However, unlike stocks, if the holder decides to, they can buy various goods and services from those who accept the cryptocurrency. While all 4 of these are helping cryptocurrencies get their initial demand, and likewise their value, they may not be necessary in the future. Similar to how some economists believe that taxes may no longer be necessary in giving money value, some believe that in a number of years, the network of people and businesses using and accepting cryptocurrencies will be so widespread that all 4 of these initial value principles will no longer be as important. This is an example of the network effect. The network effect occurs in situations where an increasing amount of users thereby increase the value of a good or service. One of the best examples of this is the internet. When it was first created, there was hardly any websites, very few users, and it held significantly less value than it does today. However, nowadays, the internet is extremely valuable thanks to billions of users and an almost endless amount of websites. So while the value for both money and cryptocurrency may both be based off the network effect in the future, they do have a number of important differences. The first important difference is with the transfer system. With money, it is transferred in two common ways. The first is through physical exchange, where one person pays another for something in tangible money, like dollars and cents. The second is electronically, where a person transfers their money to another via credit card or wire transfer. Neither of these is the case when looking at cryptocurrencies. The system cryptocurrencies run on is known as blockchain. Blockchains store information across a network of personal computers. The people who partake in this have their computers store blocks of information in chronological order. Then, the blockchain uses a form of math known as cryptography that makes sure the transaction records cannot be altered in any way. This removes any financial middlemen traditionally had with electronic transfers of money. The second difference is who produces them. Money is produced by a sovereign state or group of states and is solely controlled by them. For instance, in the United States, the treasurer is in charge of printing and electronically creating money, and no one else is legally allowed to. With cryptocurrencies, however, anyone can decide to create their own. The only problem is getting enough people to accept and use it. The final difference is with their supply and market cap. With money, its producer can decide to expand and contract supply as they wish, but with the majority of cryptocurrencies, this is not the case. Most have a fixed rate in which new cryptocurrency can be mined at and a market cap that fixes the total amount of cryptocurrency that can ever be mined. For instance, Bitcoin only allows for one block of Bitcoin to be mined roughly every 10 minutes and has a market cap of 21 million. This market cap creates an increasing level of scarcity for Bitcoin and causes the price of it to be almost entirely based off the level of demand. While both money and cryptocurrencies can be used to pay for goods and services, I hope you can now understand how they are fundamentally different in many ways. Thanks for watching.